I'm a furnishman assistant on a 12-ton stamp.
Norman Bass here.
My name's Tony Gates and I live in Sheffield.
My name's Peter Henson.
Name's Jerry Doherty.
Moritone.
I'm Steve Weston.
I'm Colin Dunning and I'm a stamper on the 12-ton.
My name is James Richards.
Tom Smith.
Great job it is. The men, the atmosphere. It makes you feel you've achieved something.
Well, it ain't the job, it's a way of life. It's what you get used to. It's heavy, but you get stuck in the morning, you get your work done, that's it.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, I wouldn't be here that long if I hadn't done. My father here before me, 20 odd year, so it's in the family.
I was 21 when I started here. I originally served my apprenticeship as a blacksmith in the shipyards on Clydeside. Well, I've always liked forge work. That's why I'm still in forge work. The lads in a forge are always different. They're all head cases, you know, I like that. Work and work environment, enjoyment, I don't think comes into it. I don't think anybody would be right in the right mind if they said that they enjoyed the sort of work that we do. But it's a very interesting job. Very interesting job. Don't forget the forgers and smiths were the very start of all engineering in the world. So, I mean, we're the beginning. When you go through your machine shops and you see your fancy CNC machines and NC machines and all the rest of it, but they're just our lads. That's all they are. They just finish the work that we do, you know. We're the main man in the forge.
Well, the billets, what we've got, we're cocking them down for a job what they'll use on the Massey. It's for like a pinion. The billets where they are, they're 8-inch square. Well, they're wanting to be 6 inches diameter, you see. Well, there's no jobs in the stamp shop that you can call really easy. It's just that a lot of jobs, it's method. Every job is a method. Well, it's easy compared to some of the jobs I do. So for instance, that axle on that coke fire over there, well, I rough them out, which is about 1,000 and odd pounders. And different jobs. It's not what you call easy, but it's just hot. You're at it all the time, and you've noticed. Every job's a bonus, isn't it? That's what you do. You take the rough with the smooth. You do one job, and then they give you another job, which might be a bit smaller or it might be a bit difficult. No, it's whatever they want, they get. That's what we're doing here, you see.
very heavy, dirty, very hot in summer, and just the opposite in winter, very cold. But at least at the end of the week you get a decent wage to live on. A stamper will get about £350 for a 37-hour week. And a furnace man like myself, about 320. That's on top. That's before stoppages.
These are swivels we're making for the motor industry, and we do axles and a lot for the oil industry, Ministry of Defence.
Well, with overtime and that, you can work out about 23, 24,000 a year. And you've got 2 families to keep, that's it, you have no choice.
Marvellous place, your money's good, marvellous pension scheme. You crew you work with, you're your own gaffers, if you know what I mean. You haven't got nobody looking over your shoulder or breathing down your neck every 2 minutes. You just get on with your job, they leave it to you, like. I say, you're provided with a safety equipment compared to other firms I've worked at. We didn't get any helmets such as these. We were just breathing the smoke in all the time. So that wise, it's a marvellous firm, yeah.
Get burnt a lot, usually get pieces of metal coming off, what they call scale, usually get them down your neck and down his shirt. Driver got one down his shirt this morning, made a right song and dance of it. Somebody lost the end of the fingers last year, stamping, lost the end of 3 of his fingers. Yeah, it can be dangerous. Well, we've had a bloke on here, he's had his arm off. No, we had one just before I started. He got crushed with hammer completely. So, but basically, if you watch what you're doing, it's all right.
Oh yeah, I've had accident. I've had a broken bone in foot, broken finger, banging ribs. I've had 1 or 2 like, but now, you know, serious. It's they have been genuine accidents. You know what I mean? They have been anybody acting silly or you know, going and doing something that you know is dangerous and, you know, and carrying on doing it. It's just been an accident, you know, things have slipped and...
Things break, you know, things might fall off the stamp like bolts, etc. It's mainly things like that where you get hurt, you know.
Average age probably about 45, but the blokes that are younger on the shift generally help out because they've seen, I am, but some other blokes have seen the older blokes being middle-aged, working hard, so now they've got older age. The middle-aged blokes are working hard for them.
Well, I started off as an assistant, then I went stamping, and now I've gone back assisting. Done this for about 15 years stamping, now I've gone back assisting. You know, doing fairly heavy jobs, lifting and that. After a while, when you're done that way, lifting and banging about your joints, you know, you start to feel in your joints and that. And you stress on the left shoulder and stuff like that, picking things up, gripping, so ask for a lighter job. Usually here, if you pull your weight, they always look after you in the long run, so I've been fair with them, they've been fair with me, so.
All very dangerous. All very dangerous. You've got to a lapse of concentration, it can cause an accident, but the lads you work with, everybody knows what they're doing. I had an accident in 1994, I lost my finger ends. Well, just a lapse of concentration for a matter of a split second. The lad, well, my regular driver were on sick leave. And the lad what we had was a new lad, no disrespect to the lad because he's a very nice lad, like, you know. And it was just a lapse of concentration. We've done same job, we've been doing it all day, and it was just at that particular time, we were just about Christmas time, we were just about finishing, and it just come out of sequence, came down on my fingers, pulled them away, but I wasn't sharp enough, like, took my finger ends off. Squashed, absolutely squashed. They were left in glove, just like mincemeat it was. But it's I have to come back to work because there's nothing else I can do. We're losing your fingered ends. You can't pick nothing up small like, you know, this job what I do, it's a big job, so I'm able to do it to a certain extent. It ain't a job I'll be able to do as long as what I'd wanted to do, because it's brought different things into play, like, because I'm working a different way. It's caused different traumas to happen with me body itself, but I like the job, I like doing it. You get satisfaction out of it, like, you know. It might never happen again, then again it might happen again. It's just one of them things, you see. As I say, the lad's on days now, he's in the shop now, there's no problem at all with the lad. I was more concerned about him because he's only been in this shop for about 6 months when it happened. It was one of the new starters, and I was more concerned the way he took it, because I mean, if he'd have taken it, the shock alone would have been more devastating to him than what it was to me, because it didn't shock me, it happened and that was it, you see. I just took it, it was an accident, I just took it as it come. I can't turn the clock back.
There's nobody goes out of here at 65 and lives. There's only ever been one bloke retired at 65 and he died after a fortnight. Nobody else has retired at 65. Nobody else has got there. So we're all planning to retire when we're 55. Yeah, it's what we're all investing in stocks and shares for it, you see.
It's one reason why we probably get better paid than other industries, is because of the health hazards. Not many people get to 65 here retiring, you know, not being a furnishman or a stamper, very few. And it certainly is bad for your health, but give the company due there. They do try to provide everything that they can for you.
Pardon? You worry about your hearing? No, not bothered about that. My dad's deaf with it, like. Let's say when he was here 25 years ago, they had nothing. Just got the come in, they went home in, didn't they? No showers, nothing. No, you can tell. He was with him. No, you can tell them from all them years ago when you see him walking about in old clubs and pubs. You can see them. You can tell a mile off that they didn't have protection like we have.
There's people brought the families here, and if I took one look and run out, and it wasn't only kids that run out either. The one bloke, his daughter, she's 20 odd, and she went off like a good one.
I have tried to explain to my wife and kids, you know, the job itself, but it's very hard to explain to somebody who can't see it being done. It's a very hard job to explain to somebody. At the end of a week or nights, I am very tired.
I brought my wife and daughter in here one night, you know. I opened the furnace door, you know, on 12, so. This is about 3 years ago. No, when she was about 6, you know. She runs, Mommy! This is the effect of it have on some people, you know. She said to me, you know, next day, you know, they went home then, you know, she was dropping me off at work. How do you go in there every night, Daddy? I never go in there again. She said, it smells. That was before nobody was working. Jesus, if you had to see what all the smoke about it. Put a frightened the life out of her, man, you know.
The second wife, she's seen a video of it, and she's seen some of the conditions I've gone home in, being dehydrated, you can't eat, every time you drink out you're sick, and that. And you just can't move, you get all your hands and that cramp up, because you've lost that much salt out of your body. It's very rare, is that like that? It's happened. And you go home chapped, it's like nappy rash, you overeat and sweat. She just says, well, you do what you want. If I wanted to pack up work and live on dole, she'd let me. And But as it happens, I enjoy my job, so I don't mind coming.
Last summer was a real killer. We were working in here and it was about touching 90 outside. I don't know what it was in here. It must have been about 120 or something. You'd hardly breathe. We were all just saturated. Everybody was just dehydrated, you know. Everybody was just saying, oh, I want to go home, man. Let's get out of here. I know, yeah, it was a killer. Oh, Jesus, knocking on there again today. But there you go. You get up and go and do it again. Madman, you know.
I'm lucky now because I've got everything protecting me, but when I did first start here, when my dad was still here then, and they didn't have alt gear on, I wouldn't have wanted to be on stamps then. I used to be on the heat treat down at bottom, and I always used to think, because old fella, they always used to come home moody, he was always in a mood. And I never understood why until I started here, and now I can understand it now.
I'll tell you something, when I started in here, 19 years ago, it's just over now. I was over 13 stone. I think I weigh in at about 11 and a half now. And I don't lose it in the house or walking along the street. I fucking sweated it out of me fucking self out there. And I am not fucking joking you, man. And that is true.
When I started here at first, there was about 500 men working on the shop floor. There's now 50 about. And that's in the stamp shop.
I think it's a day in art, yeah. As I say, I worked in Sheffield Forge, and at one time, Sheffield's well known for the steel, more than Leeds. So if you look around Sheffield nowadays, just big shopping malls like Meadowhall. At one time, they were all steel factories. I'd say it's a day in art, yeah.
Modern forges, I suppose. Well, I've seen them on film. There's no men there. They just have robots and somebody sat upstairs on a control panel. So maybe this type of work in time. I don't know. I don't really know.
But you reckon it'll see you out anyway, this place?
Oh, it'll definitely see me off. Yeah. Yeah. I'm only 42, so I've got a long time left. If this closes down now, like I'll have no job out, and there's no at Sheffield, so there's no I want to do. Not for money. I can go and get a job at Sheffield, 130, 200 quid. That's no good to me.
Over years, I've seen some good lads go out of here, better lads than myself, and they're not being replaced. It goes out with them. The skill goes with them, and it's a shame.
I'm aching all over. Throat's killing me. Chest not so good. Apart from that, it's all right. I'm glad I've done it. Yeah. It's a hell of an experience, I'll tell you. One you'll never forget. You got the fucking aches and bruises and lumps and bumps and burns and God knows what. to prove it, you know.
Who'd want to do my job?